Does it ever seem like your ex is trying to shut you down from the possibility of getting back together? Does it ever seem like every move you make, they're trying to block you, they're trying to stop you, they're trying to keep you at arm's length? Today, we're going to be talking about the most common refusal strategy they use to shut you down, where this is coming from, and most importantly, what you can do to outmaneuver them in this move here and actually open the doorway to getting back together and saving your relationship. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. Now, whenever I hear people tell me about things that their ex says or things that their ex is maybe sometimes even threatening to do, like, if you just keep doing this, we'll just stop talking. Well, I'm not going to talk to you again. I guess we should just part ways and never interact with one another ever again or something like that. When I hear people tell me things like that, it registers in my brain as something. And we're going to get into what that is in a second, but the most common refusal strategy that your ex is probably going to use in some form or other is to cut you or threaten to cut you out of their life entirely. You know, hey, I just don't think we can be friends anymore. I don't think we should talk anymore. I can't see you anymore because I'm in a rebound relationship. I can't see you anymore because I'm with someone else and they're going to get jealous and they don't want us to talk or something like that. When I hear people say this sort of thing, they are usually saying something that registers in my ear as elevated levels of romantic pressure. That is to say, their ex believes that every time they interact with one another, it's about the interaction leading to something. It's about it leading to you and them getting back together. It's about leading to something romantic happening. It's about leading to having some sort of outcome or making it look or seem a certain way. I understand where this is coming from on your part. So, if you are trying to frame it this way because, you're worried about being put in the friend zone or you're worried about all sorts of other things, then I understand where that's coming from. I hope that you can take from this video, if nothing else, that that is not going to help you out. When the romantic pressure is too high, then they're going to close things down and shut the doors to you. It doesn't matter if they're in a rebound relationship or not. It doesn't matter what happened or not. If the pressure is too high, they're going to feel overwhelmed and shut you out, especially in the early stages of this. I mean, of course, if you're, like this close to getting back together, that is another story. But, if they are very, standoffish, if they're very wanting to shut you down, if they're very much wanting to, push you out of their life, romantic pressure is not going to help you. It's not. I know that there might be some instinctive way that it feels like it's what you should be doing, but it is not going to help you get the relationship that you want. The reason why is because your ex is not equipped to make a decision about getting back together at this point. There are still too many emotions at play. There's still too many feelings. There's still too much history, too much baggage, too many uncertainties, too many confusing thoughts and emotions and everything else in between. That if you put them on the spot, they're going to do what most people who are overwhelmed and confused do when you put them on the spot. They're going to choose to stay exactly where they are, which is broken up with you. They're going to choose to say, okay, we're not going to get back together. That's why ultimatums usually don't work. First of all, the timing is often poor, but second of all, the person puts their partner on the spot. And when that person doesn't have the adequate level of emotional connection to really feel equipped to make a good choice about what they want. And so it's like, hey, either we're going to get back together or we're going to be nothing at all. There's no middle ground. What's it going to be? They're going to say, okay, I guess it's nothing at all. It's been nice knowing you. That's probably what they're going to choose, because when we feel unprepared to make a choice, we go with what feels safest, which in many cases is to do nothing, stay exactly where we are. And so understand that that is where that's coming from. And so what we really want to do is we want to try to decrease the romantic pressure. I'll show you how to do this in just a moment, but we want to decrease that romantic pressure because the lower the romantic pressure is, the more likely they're going to give themselves permission to actually connect with you and spend time with you, which is going to further equip them to make an emotional choice. So we want to drop the pressure so that they can build up the connection to get closer to you. By the way, if you like these videos that we're doing, it would mean a lot to me if you would just gently, ever so gently tap the thumbs up button. Please don't smash it, you might break it, but just ever so gently tap it. It would be so meaningful to me and for the trajectory of this channel. Thank you so much. Okay, so we want to drop the romantic pressure so that we can encourage them to actually connect with us and to actually move towards creating more of an emotional bond with us that's going to equip them to make this choice. What you want to do if your ex is threatening to cut you out of their life entirely is obviously strive to drop that romantic pressure. Let them know that you're not trying to force anything that's not there. Let them know that you're not trying to push them into some relationship that they don't want or something along those lines. And if they're still convinced that this is not a good idea, or that they aren't prepared for some sort of middle ground like friendship or open communication, or basically a same team conversation as we've talked about in other videos, then you may have to let them experience the consequence of their choice for a little bit. So if this is the case, and again, don't get me wrong, it definitely may not go this route. They may agree to the same team thing, which is highly likely. They may respond well to dropping the romantic pressure. However, if it does go this route, the important thing is to reluctantly go along with what they ask for. Reluctantly is the key word here, because this is going to take all the responsibility off of you and put it onto them. That is to say, they're not going to be able to point the finger and say, hey, we're not in contact because you tried too hard, you pushed too much, you were twisting my arm, you were putting too much pressure on. They're going to have to look at themselves and say, no, we're not talking anymore. I miss you. We're not talking anymore because I couldn't get out of the way, because I couldn't put the past behind us, because I couldn't get over my smallness or pettiness or insecurity or fear or whatever it might be. That's how you respond when they do something like that. It's a little bit counterintuitive and it's a little bit controversial, and it's probably going to feel very scary to do it, but this has worked very well for so many clients in the past. Next up, I think it's really important for you to really understand how to drop this romantic pressure and how to do all of this through something called a same team conversation. So please check out this video over here on how to get back together with your ex without using the no contact rule. No contact has its time and place, as we've said before, but most people don't need it. In fact, it can cause more harm than good. So please check out this video over here on getting your ex back without no contact, and I'll see you over there.